spoilers for Deadpool and Wolverine in this video. Bye! Okay. So, recently, Marvel had a Hall H panel today at Comic-Con, and initially I was going to make a video on this like tomorrow, because I was like, they're probably going to announce some new projects that are going to be exciting, probably announce an Avengers vs. X-Men movie, some X-Men stuff, which would be really cool, but Marvel kind of blew my mind again this week. Like I said before, the coolest thing that happened this week was Deadpool Wolverine. There are a lot of things in that movie that I didn't think was capable of happening, and like I said at the beginning of this video, there are spoilers, but I'm about to spoil 1, 2, 3. Chris Evans comes back as a Human Torch in that movie, and that was one thing that I never thought was possible within the MCU. However, literally hours ago, from when I'm recording this or probably when I'm uploading this, the biggest bombshell of the entirety of the MCU just happened. Now, I know how people are going to be about this, and I already seen it. People are already being negative. Now, I have to kind of be here and be the middle ground here and say, look, let's just let them cook. I am done hating on Marvel. I'm done saying Marvel's dead. They've had enough projects of where they're dead. But this is probably the biggest thing to probably revive the franchise from where it is now to when we get to that eventual Avengers movie. So first off, Avengers 5 is no longer Kang Dynasty, it's Avengers Doomsday, which is something that was expected. Of course, Jonathan Majors as Kang was completely controversial all of last year and was fired back in November, December. So they obviously had a course correct here. And the thing is, right, I never expected this. I thought Marvel was just going to recast Kang and move on, but I think that Marvel wants to go in a different direction here. The entire plan has been derailed not only by the fact that the movies aren't being received well, but also by the fact Kang, the main villain of the franchise, became a villain in real life. So for Avengers Doomsday, obviously the villain's going to be Doctor Doom, and it's going to be directed by Joe and Anthony Russo, which are returning from their directing debuts within Captain America the Winter Soldier, Captain America Civil War, Avengers Infinity War, and Avengers Endgame. Some of the biggest movies in the MCU, some of the most beloved movies in the entire MCU, and they're returning to direct these two movies. Not only that, they revealed who Doctor Doom's going to be in those movies, and Doctor Doom will be the main villain of the multiverse saga going forward. It's Robert Downey Jr. as Doctor Doom. Now, hold on 1 second. Let me just take you back. Breathe in. This is real. Look at me in the eyes. This is real. There's no eyes on your screen. Sorry about that. But this is the realest thing I've ever seen. We are looking at the future of the MCU right here. Robert Downey Jr. is going to be Doctor Doom for at least the next few years when these Avengers movies release. And I have to be excited. Personally, I'm a fucking nerd, and I'm fine with this. The MCU has never really been a comic book franchise for me anymore. They haven't really adapted comic book well, ever. And I think, honestly, people need to just sit back, and realize, like, yeah, this is probably the best direction for the MCU right now. Considering everything going on, I would rather have a Doctor Doom actor for sure, but I think that this casting makes it interesting enough to bring people who haven't been on board with the MCU for the past few years just to come back and watch this. Because again, the numbers don't lie. People aren't watching Disney Plus shows anymore. People aren't liking the Marvels or Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania or Secret Invasion. In the entirety of last year of Marvel, I 100% think is the thing that pretty much turn the tide to this being the direction they want to go in, because again, Doctor Doom is just the obvious choice. People have been talking about Doctor Doom for years for the MCU, man, and the thing is, right now, I think, all in all, best decision right now. But I do see some negatives. Of course, people are going to be negative with this online, and I already see it already, and I think I need to reassure people that, like, we just need to let Marvel cook. We cannot be here negative already, because again, Marvel's trying their best, and I have to really give it to them. This is their best. They brought back Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. in the same week to play different characters, but it's still interesting enough for them to be there. And again, Robert Downey Jr. is going to fucking cook. We already saw him, how he can really deliver in his role as Tony Stark for like fucking 10 years, and his role in Oppenheimer being probably his best role since Tony Stark, by the way, winning an Oscar for that role. So Robert Downey Jr. can play a goddamn villain, and I think Doctor Doom would be fine with him, and I don't think there's ever really been a problem with him playing Doctor Doom. In fact, this is something that was rumored a long time ago, where people were like, this is the stupidest idea, and I was one of those people. I was like, let's just have a Doctor Doom. But after the shitty year that we have at Marvel, after Deadpool Wolverine, I think I'm fine with this. And again, is it going to be a good movie? Is it going to be like Infinity War Endgame? Fuck no. We ain't going to get movies like that ever again. Sorry, not sorry. Marvel's never going to have a build-up to anything like that unless it's some sort of X-Men project. With that said, though, I think these movies are just going to be fun. I think Deadpool and Wolverine was the clear blueprint and template of what they want to do with Secret Wars and Doomsday. Just throw everything at the wall, then we can reboot after. So we can just have a clean slate at the end. And again, I don't care about the MCU being comic accurate. It doesn't need to be. And Robert Downey Jr. just being in that role is enough to show me that Marvel is at least trying to fix things and get things back on the road. And I think people need to just relax and just accept this and just say, look, this isn't what I wanted, but I'm going to let Marvel cook. Again, we don't really know if these movies are real or not. Again, last time they were at fucking Comic-Con, they announced 2 Avengers movies to release in the same year. This shit could change, but I think right now, the current plan as is, this works for me. This works for a lot of people, not just stay off Twitter. I'm telling you, it's really bad in there. But this works for a lot of people, and I think people need to just relax. Just relax. This is going to be fine. It's probably going to be good at the end of the day. I'm sure Robert Downey Jr. is going to fucking kill it. And again, who cares? We're rebooting after Secret Wars. It's already been nothing but confirmed by just this casting alone. We're getting a new Iron Man. We're getting a new Captain America. Probably a new Thor. And we're just going to get a clean slate. And I'm fine if they really want to go out in the big bang with Tobey Maguire, Hugh Jackman, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, the Avengers, Fantastic Four, Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool, the X-Men fighting against this version of Doom. I'm fine with it. I am completely fine with it. And I think, honestly, you should be too. But if you're not, that's your opinion, whatever. But yeah, this is the big news from Comic-Con. No slate announcement today, sadly, but I'm sure we'll be hearing more about the slate of the next phase of the MCU at D23 or sometime at the end of this year. But anyway, that has been Sandwich, and I'm excited. See you then. Bye.